Hello and welcome back to the Butler Beat. I'm Shelby Sebring. There are many upcoming philanthropic events happening on campus. One of the events put on by Program Board, Spring Sports, benefits the Special Olympics, while Trike, an event put on by Delta Tau Delta, benefits the Riley Children's Hospital. The co-chair of Spring Sports, Lauren Gatchell, and the sorority liaison and lip sync coordinator, Tyler Billman, are here today to talk more about these events. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Good to be here.
Good. So tell us a little bit about Spring Sports.
Spring Sports is an all-night event. It happens from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and there's about 75 sporting events that go on throughout the night. All the sororities and fraternities participate in it along with the independent group on campus as well.
So it's a really competitive event?
Very competitive, and it also is a fundraiser benefiting Special Olympics.
Okay. And you're with Trike, so can you tell us a little bit about that? What kind of events are leading up to Trike?
Yes, Trike is Delta Tau Delta's major philanthropy for the spring semester. And basically what it is, it stands for Tricholatron. And what we do is we're raising money for Riley Children's Hospital. There's a lot of events that are going on that week. It starts Tuesday, April the 10th, and that night we'll be doing banner painting, and we'll have snow cones for all the sororities that are competing for the week. Wednesday night, we'll be doing 2 give-backs in Broad Ripple. One will be at Buffalo Wild Wings or B-Dubs, and the other one is at the Vogue, and a percentage of your bill for that night will come back and will be part of our total donations. Thursday, that's one of our bigger nights. We'll be doing a cookout at the shelter at Delta Tau Delta. It'll be $5, and then that night we'll also be doing our Trike Queen contestant, and as well as our tricycle races, and that's a really fun time.
So how's the Queen contestant determined? What do they have to do?
There'll be a bunch of different events for that. We're still kind of drafting up what exactly we want, but all the different sororities, they'll select one contestant, and they'll go through they'll answer probably a couple questions, maybe do a little. Maybe show off a little skill, do something like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting.
And then on Friday is the actual lip sync for the sororities?
Yes. And basically for that, there's 7 of the IFC sororities on campus, as well as Sigma Gamma Rho, and the Independent Council will be competing in that. And they work really hard to put together really awesome dances and then show them off. They'll be judged, and it's really competitive. There's a lot of people that come out to it.
So are you a coach for this?
No, I'm not a coach because I'm in charge of like kind of setting it out and putting the whole thing together. But we have a bunch of different coaches for the different houses. And
when do the sororities start preparing for this?
Many of them already have. It's because it's so competitive. It's one of the bigger things on campus in this semester. So a lot of them start actually whenever they come back from school for this semester. So.
Wow. And so how did Spring Sports get started?
Spring Sports originally got started as an all-campus event put on through SGA. They have records going back to at least 1990 that it's been put on campus. And it wasn't originally started as a part of Program Board, but over the years it eventually got folded into a part of Program Board. And it also wasn't originally started as a fundraiser. It was started just as an all-campus event, and then somehow over the years got associated with Special Olympics and became a fundraiser for that, and has grown exponentially over the years.
So then do girls just pick out like what kind of event they want to do? It's the sororities and the fraternities as well as independents. So.
So we have a list of, I want to say about 75 events, and we send out a sign-up sheet. There's everything from Oreo stacking to soccer and kickball and pretty much anything you could think of, things that probably aren't really sport related, but we make into a sport. And then have like from 1 to 5 or 6 contestants for each house, and then they compete, and there's points for the first, second, and third places, and then the points are totaled in conjunction with the Penny Wars, which is the big fundraising component of the event, and it all goes together to get one winner of the event.
So you had did you have a bunch of events leading up to this?
This year we did. We had a kickoff event yesterday, so Thursday night of the week of Spring Sports, which finished off Penny Wars, so it was the big fundraiser part of the event. And then we also had an event last Sunday, the week before, which was a meet and greet with all the Olympians. So we want to really make sure that it's known that this is a fundraiser for Special Olympics and kind of have contact with them. So we met with them and designed the t-shirts that we play in the kickball game with, and made signs and had a pizza party with them. So that's the events that encompass spring sports, and then the night of, obviously.
Okay. What type of planning went into Trike? or is going into trike so far?
There's a ton of planning. We have a big trike committee that's made up of a bunch of guys in our house, and basically there's a bunch of different chairs, and basically we're coordinating with businesses, trying to get donations, advertising everything, all of our events, and everything that's going on. And basically we're just trying to hype it up as much as we can so that we can raise as much money as possible for the children at Riley.
How much money have you raised in the past?
Last year we raised just above $15,000, and
gosh.
the year before we just hit our goal of we had a $100,000 commitment to Riley that we were going to make, and we reached that endowment 2 years ago. So this year we're shooting for around $18,000 just to kind of get our benchmark back up, and hopefully we'll get there.
So how do you raise this much money like on campus?
We do. Like I said, we coordinate with businesses and we try to get donations. And then there's all sorts of things like the Wednesday night when we do our cookout. We charge $5 for that. We'll be selling T-shirts. And then we also ride around on tricycles. You'll see us all riding around on tricycles with little buckets asking for change, donations from anybody. It's a lot of fun.
How much money has Spring Sports raised in the past? What are you trying to plan for this year?
Well, we usually raise about $4,000 to $5,000 with Spring Sports, but we also have our event Polar Plunge, which is our main fundraiser for Special Olympics each year. And this year, I believe we raised $26,600 about. So I think typically end up over the year, I think like $30,000 a year we end up giving to Special Olympics.
That's awesome. So are people from the different philanthropies, are they going to be represented at the events for both of you guys? Will there be people from the Special Olympics and trike?
Right.
Yes.
There? Okay. Do they get to take part of the?
Yeah, we actually have our kickoff event of Spring Sports, that opens it all at 4:30 before the games even start, is a kickball game with the Olympians. So we kind of try to include them in everything, and so they can see what we're doing on campus and they feel like they're a part of it as well.
Good.
For us, actually the Friday of Trike Week, we have an atrium party, and what we do is we go out to Riley and we go visit the hospital and some of the children there that we're helping to support. And then also that Saturday, we're doing something new this year. It's a benefit dinner, and it'll be in the Riley room, and we'll actually have a Riley family that we're supporting come, and it'll give everybody a chance to go and meet somebody that we're actually helping, so it's really cool.
Now you ride bikes around. You said that.
Yeah,
so
little tricycles.
So what do you do? Does anyone get to ride them? Do you pay to ride them? Is it just a fun thing?
It's kind of just a fun thing. We're just trying to go around and collect donations from people. But yeah, anyone can really ride them. They have little pegs on the back, so you can get a ride with somebody and get to ride to classes and stuff like that. It's fun.
Oh gosh. What is your favorite thing about Spring Sports?
My favorite thing about Spring Sports is probably the event with the Olympians, the kickball event, or the event we actually had last Sunday was a lot of fun. I am just a big advocate for making sure that everyone on campus knows that it's about Special Olympics. It is a really fun event and something we do every year, but just remembering why we do what we do. So.
How many people participate in this usually?
Usually we printed 1,500 waivers, so I'm hoping maybe that many.
Awesome.
I mean, usually most people on campus participate, so I think it really varies, but I think at least 500 to 600 people for sure will be there.
And it's from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.?
Opening ceremonies start at 6 p.m., and then games officially start at 7 p.m., and then we have games going all the way up until, 6 a.m. Cleanup ends at 7 a.m. So.
Okay. And what's your favorite thing about trike?
Normally it would be the sorority lip syncs, but this year, since I'm kind of in charge of it, it's kind of stressful and hoping everything goes well. But I think this year it's going to be really exciting to see that final day, to get our final numbers of how much we raised for Riley. I think it'll be really cool. So,
does DELT do a trike? Does every DELT chapter around the nation do a trike?
Yes, and
okay.
The theme actually this year is Trike to the Future. That is given to us by Nationals, so
okay.
It is a national thing.
Now, how did Spring Sports get started?
It got started, I don't know, as an SGA event on campus to kind of bring everyone together.
Okay. Lip syncs, what time do they start?
They'll be that Friday at 7:30, I believe.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
today.
you.
I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Shelby Sebring from the Butler Beat.